And if you would, from your standpoint, tell us how Inspiration 52 has affected what you do.
Well, Inspiration 52 is a marvelous program. We're so happy to have it here at Fremont. It's wonderful because it helps with the social component with the students. It allows them an outlet where they can talk about themselves, their personal lives, their experiences, but at the same time, it helps us as educators to be able to implement those skills and strategies that are necessary for them as far as literacy. So that's where it's wonderful. So as far as reading, they're going through poems, and as they go through the poems, poems have different titles that they can kind of use so far as like maturity or I have a dream too. So the students can kind of access their prior knowledge or make some predictions on what maybe that poem would be about. And then from there, they can share out their thoughts, their ideas on the poem, and then once they read it, they have something that they can compare it to. So it helps them with their comprehension. They read through the poem, and then from there, they go on and they can talk out what their feelings or their experiences that go along with that poem, and then along with other students, they can go back and compare, and then they can reread the section. So that's great. So they have reading, they have rereading, they have pre-reading, and these are three really important strategies for comprehension. From that point, I'm gonna look that one
It's
up
okay.
quick.
You're fine. You can go ahead.
As they're sharing their experiences, that's what we call in like literacy terms significant moments, and that's really important strategy for expository and for literary analysis, and also for persuasive. So if they can identify that in their own lives, they can identify it in the classroom, the community, and hopefully globally, and they can move forward from there, talking about those significant moments. And they also get a chance to share their culture, which for us is culturally relevant and responsive education. So it allows us to implement that strategy as well, where they're sharing their culture with the other students in the classroom and they're making connections that way. So that's just wonderful. And then from there, it's that metacognition skill where other students are listening to them, the students are listening to themselves, and they're thinking about their thinking. So that's wonderful for literacy, for comprehension strategies. Now, moving forward with writing, what's really great about the Inspiration 52 program is they read the poems, but they also have a workbook. So in that workbook, they get a chance to use all those great writing strategies that we as teachers need them to understand in order for them to be successful in our classrooms, but then also in the world, because they're going to be writing. And from there, they in the books, they have an opportunity to kind of brainstorm or make predictions again. Now they're doing this on paper though, so it's not the same as with the comprehension where they're talking it out, but now they're thinking and they're brainstorming on their ideas. From there, they're able to paraphrase the poems, they summarize the poems, and they can go on, which is a skill that we use. It's called a dialectical journal, where they can pull quotes from the poems, and they can comment on those quotes. So it's almost like they're responding to what they read, right? And then from there, they also can do a mimic. So they've read poems, they've understood poems. Now they get a chance to write their own poems. So that's what's wonderful about some of the wonderful components and strategies that you can pull from the Inspiration 52 program.